We're at the 4J Annual Awards dinner with the guest of honour, Liz McColgan. Liz, thank you for coming tonight. Great to see you. Just a word about the 4J Athlete of the Year. It's Josh Kerr. I take it you weren't too surprised with that one.
No, not surprised at all. Josh has had a great year, and his Olympic performance was amazing. It's one of the, I'd say, toughest races to actually compete in the Olympics, and it was very exciting. I was there watching it, and he's just been a great ambassador for Scottish athletics, but also just the competitiveness of him. It's great to see that he's won the award, and it's very, very deserving.
And in the para category, we had a joint award for Ben Sandilands and Samantha Kinghorn. I think basically the panel couldn't split them. They're both Paralympic champions and a world record for Ben in his final, and Sammy more than one medal obviously, but you're pleased to see that as a joint award.
Yeah, I think it's really important that they both won gold medals, which was outstanding. A world record. Sam won a lot of other medals as well, but I think that they both showed true grit and determination, and success as well to win a gold medal each. Great for Scottish athletics, and I think it's really deserving that it's shared. If they can do it for high jump in the Olympics, I'm sure we can do it for Scottish athletics as well.
Good point, well made. When we look at that generation, Laura Muir, Ailish herself, Gemma, Josh, Jake, whenever we come up with their great performances, there seems to be a story develops from some event that they ran at Grangemouth 15 years earlier, or across country. It's a good example of how the pathway works, and probably an inspiration to some of the people in the room tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the pathways have worked for many, many years. Even when I started out, was many moons ago, we had like training squads, and had Alec Naylor and everything leading that. And pathways are really important, not only just for development, but for also getting the talented athletes together and giving them the opportunities to develop at age appropriate as well. And I think that our pathways have shown, especially in Scottish athletics, we've been very, very successful over the years, and it's been proven because we've had a higher rate of Scottish athletes actually on British teams now, which shows that it's working. But I think that it's shown that it works, and it's not perfect, and we still need to work on it. We still need to get a lot of sponsorship to come and support what Scottish athletics is doing, because we are doing it right and we're producing the goods.
To make that happen, there has to be a contribution from everyone: officials, volunteers, coaches, clubs. How pleased were you that tonight is about 24 awards, in fact, so it's not just about the Athlete of the Year or the Para Athlete of the Year, it's a little bit more than that. How pleased are you about that?
I'm really pleased that it's including a lot of other avenues of what the sport is. Sport isn't just about the champion or the athlete. There's a big, big team of people that actually support them. And, even in the club system, we've got like coaches, we've got volunteers, we've got coaches that actually work with the little kids that welcome into the club and make sure that, they're in a good environment and they're progressing and they're enjoying doing what they do. And it's all about growing grassroots, because without grassroots, we don't have the champions of the future. And so our club system, I feel, in Scotland is really, really good. It's actually second to none. There's not a lot of countries that actually do have the quality of the club system and the club support that we have, which I think is really good. And so it's right and fitting that those people are rewarded as well, especially like timekeepers. They're out in all weather, and without those sort of people and referees, the events wouldn't be run. So, and then it goes back to the volunteers who are out on park runs, they're out on like Scottish cross-country courses. It all helps, every little bit helps, and that's what's successful about Scotland, is we have an abundance of people that give their time freely, and that's why we're as successful as what we are.
I think the phrase we use is everyone has a role to play, and that's exactly what you've just exemplified. Just finally, you've been reflecting on your own career, I think during the club conference with David Ovens and during the evening with Brian Burnett as well. How do you feel about it now, these sort of years later? Do you have no regrets, or? I know you're a very driven person.
I am a very driven person, but I'm the type of person, I don't dwell on what I've done. I'm still evolving and moving forward, even at my elder years. But I'm just very fortunate that I was able to get into a sport that not only was I successful at, but also gave me a lot of other tools for life. And those tools have came into the fore pretty much stronger over the latter years than the early years, because I've had to deal with a lot of things. And if it hadn't been for my sport that made me resilient and strong-willed and single-mindedness and a competitor, I would never have achieved or be where I'm standing now. So it's not even just about winning medals, it's about everybody that was part of my career as a kid in Dundee Hawkle Harriers, all the friends that I've made and still friends with. and it's about all the support that I got from Scottish Athletics when I was a kid, and then when I got on to being an elite athlete. It's a story to be told, and it's not just my story. I think that everyone that was at the coaches conference this morning has the same story, even though my story is a bit different because I won a shiny gold medal and they maybe never got that gold medal, but the stories are very similar of why we're in the sport and what we get out of the sport, and that's what's really brilliant about track and field and running. It gives so much more to the person than just winning a race.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.